Hey guys, in this video we're going to be creating the leg for our kinetic sculpture here. So I've already opened up the part file and we are going to be in Sketch. We're going to be sketching on the front plane here. So based on the last video, you guys should know how to navigate to Sketch and then get onto the front plane. And then from there, what we're going to be doing is just creating the outline of our sketch. It's a pretty complex sketch, in my opinion. So creating the outline and then dimensioning it is going to be a little bit difficult, but definitely not impossible. So we're just going to be starting by creating half of the sketch here, and then we're going to be mirroring it over to create the other half here, since it is an identical symmetric shape. So again, we're just going to be creating the sketch's profile, dimensioning it, and then mirroring it. When you're doing this part, just know that your lines don't have to look perfect. In fact, they're not going to look perfect here, as long as they vaguely resemble what the shape is supposed to look like. Now we're going to create some reference geometry. So we're going to drag this line from the top straight down to the bottom, and then select for construction here. We're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to come up here, come to the middle here. And then again, we're just going to select these two, control select for the second one so we can get two at the same time, and then push for construction. And that is going to do it for the construction lines. Sorry, one more construction line right here for construction. Now we can start dimensioning this thing. So at the top, we're going to have 0.75, 2.25, 0.25, 0.25, 1 inch radius. We're going to have a 0.5 inch radius here. And then what we're going to do next is start defining it a little bit more. So this distance up to the height is going to be 1.5. This distance is going to be 2.5. What we want to do is get this height here defined as well. So from here down to here, we should have 1 inch. Actually, I think it's 0.75 inches. Let me double check here. So I just checked the diagram real quick, and I figured out that we actually don't need this dimension right here. So I'm going to select it, delete it. But we are going to make some reference geometry with this right here. So you're going to notice that we want these to be quarter circles. And in order to do that, this line right, or this dot right here, is going to have to come in and be parallel with this line, or this dot and this dot. So we're going to select that. And we're going to control click on here, and we want them to be horizontal. Now we're going to select this one right here. We're going to control click on this one. We're going to want those to be vertical. Same thing with this dot up here. We're going to select this one and control click this bottom one. We're going to want them to be vertical. And then we're going to select this here, control click on this. We're going to want those to be horizontal. Now it says that everything's overdefined. We might have an invalid dimension if that's the case. Let me double check here. Just control Z. Looks like the sketch is already locked here, so we don't need the last dimension there. That's why it was overdefined. All right, last but not least, we're going to dimension this bottom line right here as 1 inch, and we should be good to go. All right, next, we're going to be doing a little mirror. So we're going to be selecting mirror entities. We're going to control, hold down on control, and then click all the lines we want to mirror. And we're also going to be clicking the line that we want to mirror about. So as you can see, once we click that, let's get this last piece of reference geometry in here as well. And we should be good to go. Now we're just going to fill in what's missing here. So we do need an arch, 3-point arc. Click here, and just drop it wherever you want. And we're going to be dimensioning it from here to here should be 0.5. And then last but not least, let's just make sure this is correct as well. Yes, it is. Last but not least, we're going to be creating that circle in the middle. And that circle is going to be dimensioned as 1.1 inches. All right, looks like everything is good to go here. So now we're going to extrude it out. We're going to go to Features, Extrude Boss Base, click on the main contour here, and then we're going to be extruding out 0.5 inches. Now what we can do from there is work on the top. So we're going to be clicking on the top, and we're just going to be extruding it up a little bit. So we can go to Extrude Boss Base, create ourselves a rectangle, go to Features, we're going to extrude it up 0.5 inches. And then we're going to be sketching on the top here. And we're going to be extruding or extrude cutting back down 0.5 inches right after we define what we want to cut. So let's go to sketch again. Be creating a small rectangle at the top. We're going to be dimensioning right here, should be 0.125. It's going to round up to 3. And then down here, sorry, we don't know that dimension yet, so we're going to delete it. From here to here, though, should also be 0.125. From here to here, 0.25. And then from here to here, 0.25. So we have ourselves a 1 inch by 2.5 inch rectangle. And we're just going to take another rectangle and create a little box around it. And we're going to go to Features. We're going to go to Extruded Cut. And we're going to be making sure to cut around it. So it already selects the box around it. However, if it didn't for you, you're going to go to Select Contours and make sure you only highlight the red box outside, not the box in the middle. And then we're going to be cutting back down 0.5 inches. And afterwards, we should have ourselves a completed leg. Thank you guys for watching.